you want to take this piece, and I think, you know what? I knew something was wrong. This is the correct orientation. I knew something was wrong the minute I started looking at it. So I apologize for that. It goes like that. There we go. That's the correct orientation. I was like, wait a minute, where's the ports at? So there's a port right here. And you can technically put it in the front too. And then you put the shield. Alright guys, today we are taking a look at ZenkaiOh and ZenkaiGaon. These are the first of the Zenkaiser set that I purchased. I got these off of Amazon. I actually had these, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna buy these. So I bought them, and then I was like, am I gonna go with the rest of the set, which I eventually did. But today we're just gonna show off these two guys. And to do that, we're gonna do Juan first. So let's get him out of it. And if you watch ZenkaiOh, obviously the show can cheat it. These toys are ridiculous. Like you can see, he has Peekaboo head back there. But yeah, this is in his dino mode, and you can kind of open up the head, but if you open up too much, you can see half the robot face inside there. But you can kind of like open up a little bit. So you mean it's a cool display piece like this. It's not the most elegant, but it is what it is. You know, the robot head just kind of sticks out there. But this is supposed to be the 45th anniversary, so he is representing basically all the dinos. So his main thing, if you kind of notice with the head sculpt, is the Zoo Ranger Daijujin, or if those in the United States here, the original mecha. So the first thing you want to do is take off the tail. It just pegs it on the back here. And then there's this little piece here, you just want to pop that out. That is the shield. And then you basically, what I want to do is you want to bring this up like this and fold those up. And that's it. And then you bring the arms down and you turn the head, and if it hasn't already done it, you just lift up the visor. And then you take his sword. You can literally plug it in two places. You can plug it in like this. Oh, actually, no, you can't. You have to plug it in with the little handle, which, there we go. It sometimes is really a pain. And then this, the shield just pops open, and there is a plug right here. And there you are in his ranger form. When they henshin, this is what, other than this giant backpack piece, but this is what they look like in their ranger forms. What's very unique about ZenkaiOh was that they weren't in traditional suits. Now, obviously, Gon's a little. He's supposed to be like a tiger, and again, same kind of issue because of more so the transformation. But yeah, you got like all this gapping here, and of course the show can cheat it and everything like that. But Gon is supposed to represent all the different beasts and Super Sentais. Then he goes into the mech form when ZenkaiOh basically goes inside the cockpit and transforms. But so in order to transform him into his ranger form, you just want to take off this, which is kind of like a hair piece, but it's like a claw. So you take that off, then you want to lift it up and fold the legs just like that, and then just bring it all the way around. These come up, and then the best way I found doing this, there's this little tab right here. You want to flip that up, and then just pull it, and then it clicks in, and then you take the claw, and he plugs in right there. And there you have him in his ranger form when he transforms. So again, if you look at the helmet, it's very reminiscent of that Megazord, or that Power Ranger fan here, and Sentai fan. But again, articulation is the same for both of them, so I'll go over with this one. Arms can flip around. Legs can go up, so technically he can sit. Legs cannot go back, but you can do that. I guess you count that as a knee joint, but it's more for transformation, and there's no tension here. There's a lock here, and there's a lock here, but that's more, and you can't because of this. And then of course, you know, that it doesn't have any other place for it to plug in at, so you can only, you can plug it into any three of those ports, but mainly you want to plug it into that main port. And then head articulation, I guess he can kind of do tilt, but because of transformation, he has 0 head articulation. Whereas with Guan, or sorry, Zingor, he gets full 100 head spin. So now to the part you guys have all been waiting for, the transformation. So in order to transform them, you want to take off the weapons and just kind of put the arms down. And so we'll do him second because he's the one. So these are released in 2 sets. They're released in 2 different sets. This one does the sound effects, he does not. So he has batteries, he does not. So we'll do him first. So basically you just want to press the head down and you want to bring the arm up and the arm up. Sorry, this arm is down. So this one this way, this one forward. And then you just want to bring this all the way around. Bring these together, turn, and lift those up. And you've got an arm all done. And then you just separate it. Just like that. And then it's going to turn this way. And then there's a piece right here. And it automatically goes like that. So this side is all done. And then next, you want to take him. Now, this is where it gets kind of silly. So you drop his head, and you want to turn it. Sorry, it's on this little, like, right here. And you can see you can see the speaker right there. And then you bring this forward, this one back, and you do the same thing. You just bring the arms all the way around. That's the reason why you need to move the head out of the way. And then you bring the arms down, and you got that just like that. And then when you pop these apart, and so then it starts making the standby sound. And you see you got pegs here, there's your battery compartment. It has no power on off switch. So you basically just plug those in, and then you do that, and then this. And there you have them transform. Now for the weapons, you want to take this piece, and I think, you know what? I knew something was wrong. This is the correct orientation. I knew something was wrong the minute I started looking at it. So I apologize for that. It goes like that. There we go. That's the correct orientation. I was like, wait a minute, where's the ports at? So there's a port right here. And you can technically put it in the front too. Here. Or you can put the shield on the side. So you put the shield here. And it doesn't plug in very good. There we go. And then he does have kind of a tendency to fall over. And then you bring the weapon in and he plugs in. So you can do that. So again, I apologize. I knew something was wrong. I knew I did the orientation wrong. So basically for leg articulation, he has, he has that, but he will spring open and then fall over. He does have a, I guess an E-bend, because it does lock in, but you can't really pose him because then he puts weight down, and then it's got a locks, but it's like a soft ratchet lock. So if you put any pressure on it, it's just gonna close in. And then of course the arm articulation, ironically, has full, almost full 360 because the head's in the way. But you get pretty much good range on it, and then of course the sword does not want to stay. But it's I don't know if this one is meant to go. It's got to go like that. And then of course on Gon, you get almost all the way around. You get out to there, and there goes the sword again. You get out to there, and there's no head because it's a split figure, and also there is no waist. And then there it is from the back. You can see he has his head kind of just like woohoo, kind of peeking out. you know? And like I said, like, this doesn't, there's no locking piece for that. So you got a front shield, you know, you kind of like, you know, shielding, you know, so. And then to do his final attack in the show, you know, you just need to do the one, but to do his attack. And that's it, and then do it a couple times. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, that's all it does. If you want to get the standby sound again, you just split them. And then you just kind of push them back together. And I have to say, guys, I've had him. That's been my only. I'm gonna leave this on the side. That's my only complaint. I've had this guy now for probably, gosh, probably like 4 months now. I think I got him before December. I think I got him in November, and I got him off Amazon at a decent price. It's still available. No, sorry, I did not get this from Amazon. I got this from Toko Collectibles, but you can get it on Amazon still too. But it's also still available at Toko Collectibles, but I think it's cheaper on Toko Collectibles. But yeah, that's where I got it from, and I was like, you know what? I like that series, and I want to represent that series in my collection. And then of course I bought him, and then of course I went down a rabbit hole, which I'll show you guys in a later video. I'm kind of waiting for some stuff first though before I do those, but I found myself messing around with this a lot more than I have with any of the Tega Sword stuff. The Tega Sword stuff, like I mess with that stuff more as a henshin device more than I do as a mech. And I think the reason why I enjoy these better is because, one, all the parts are used for the most part. A good chunk of all the parts are used for the, actually no, all the parts are used. Yes, all the parts are used. And again, there is an ultimate mech. There's no extra, like, Six Ranger doesn't connect to it. But it's a really cool thing. I love that how you can interchange the 4 main characters. Their mechs can interchange between each other, and even when ZenkaiOh gets his super form, can interchange with the 2 of them. Now the only downside, because he's always going to be on the left and he's always on the right, and the right side always has the sound effects, so you can't really combine the left side with another left side. Like, there's no, like it would have been cool if, like, see, this pattern here was also here, so you could flip it. You know what I mean? Like, and then, like, there was a way to, like, turn the legs, and you could, like, kind of, like, reverse it. I think that would have been a cool concept if they did it, but they never did that in the show, and the toys reflect it. So there's that. But yeah, guys, I really enjoy this set. It's a really figure set. So yeah, guys, that is my look at the ZenkaiOh set. The first 2, Goon and Zura. Always pronounce it incorrectly. ZenkaiOh. It's a really cool set, and I look forward to looking at the other ones and getting all the way to final mech with these guys. So hope you guys are join me for the ride, and we'll take a look at them as I get a chance to take a look at each one of them. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you enjoyed watching this video, check out this video right up here in the corner. And as always, guys, until next time.